Oh man, we are back. It is Reckless Talk Sports, very first episode of the year, episode 18 overall. This your boy Reckless Talk with the Reckless Talk Podcast, Reckless Talk Sports Podcast, Reckless Talk Management and Promotions, A1 Music Empire, Houston City Beat. We are the storytellers of Houston. Big shout out to our sponsors, Otto's Root Beer, the greatest root beer on earth. Brewed in Huntsville, Texas by Brew Nation. Old school family recipe from the 1950s. Always support local. And of course, we got J Record Distribution, the LLC, and the greatest burgers on earth, Jimmy.
Smash wagon.
Smash wagon. Just voted best burger in Southeast Texas. Y'all definitely go check them out. 2605 East Lucas Boulevard, man. Also, before we continue, man, pull on up. We are in Corpus Christi tonight, man. Regular Soap Management and Promotions, Street Supplies, and Modern Day Hemp Company presents the first annual Indie Artist Networking event. Everybody pull on up. We got 25 plus artists coming from all over Texas. And we have, Delicious by Design will be catering. In saying that, what's up, Jimmy?
Shit, man. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody out there in the comments, man. You know, it's time to go now. It's
I got
special,
my bad. I gotta turn my light on. My bad.
special shout out to you. Everybody know who don't know. My dog done won 2 times.
Bam, bam.
That boy about to hit that Booker T. That two time.
Oh shit. Yo, we have been having it's been an exciting week in college football with the college football playoffs. We got wild card coming up. But before we touch on that, man, let's talk about this move right here, man. How you feeling about this, man? Carson out of the NFL draft and transferred to Miami for a $4 million NIL deal. Well, how do you feel about that?
Man, we're really truthfully, it don't move me at all because I knew Carson Beck wasn't that good to begin with. Everybody had him as a top 5 draft pick going into the season. I was like, nah, I don't think he's that good. He ended up getting an elbow injury, I think the first round of playoffs, which or in the conference championship game, one of the two. And I think that's what probably made the decision for him to skip the NFL draft, and then he decided to go to hit the transfer portal. I kind of the one thing I will say is I'm shocked he chose Miami. I guess Miami might feel like they still on the up and up, but I'm kind of shocked he chose Miami. I thought he was gonna choose Texas Tech. To be honest with you.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think this move is strictly based off he's not ready for the NFL? And that's what I'm thinking because of the fact you ain't skip the NFL to go to Miami and get a bag. You know what I mean? Because the bag's in the NFL. You know what I mean?
He probably his agent probably told him he wasn't gonna be a first round, second round draft pick. So that $4 million he getting from Miami is pretty much gonna be the same $4 million he would have got last year. Next year. Next year going in the draft. So you might as well go play college ball one more year, see if you can improve your draft stock to where now you a first round pick and you can get 20, 24, 20, 22 million that first year instead of 4 because the way he was playing, he probably was gonna be a 3rd, 4th, 5th round pick.
Yeah. Well, in saying that, kudos to Carson, man, for making that smart decision. Because when I first seen this, I was like, all right, well, it can't be about the bag because, like I said, the NFL is the bag. So for him, and like I said, like you said, if he has an agent, and he said whoever he talked to sat down and talked with, man, that's kudos to them, man, for steering him in the right direction to stay in college. Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely digging that for real. You want anything else you want to add to before we move on?
Nah. I mean, what do you think about him moving to Miami? Leaving Georgia, going to Miami. out of all the schools.
It's a downgrade. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Miami is not that powerhouse like they were when we was growing up. They're trying to get their way back there, but yeah, it's
yeah,
so. All right, so this I'm glad you asked that. So in my opinion, going to Miami, like staying in college, because you know you ain't ready for the NFL. Cool, I get that. But going to Miami, that's a money move. It's a money move because you're not about to go from Georgia to Miami and think it's the same tier. You know what I mean?
right.
So yeah, that was definitely a money move as far as which college he's going to transfer to. You know what I mean? Because yeah, Miami ain't it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
probably won't be as good as they were this past year. I think a lot of success that Miami had was because of Cam Ward.
yeah, exactly. Another thing I want to touch on. I'm gonna take this down real quick, man. How do you? We haven't done the show in a few weeks, with the holidays and everything. Um, so I know about to piss some people off, man. Let's talk about Colorado, bro. Like, what?
Oh
I'm not gonna
shoot.
lie, I was one of them guys, you know what I mean? That was like, man, they got 3, 4 games. Not hating on them, I just looked at the schedule and I'm sure they surprised everybody. You know what I mean? Because I've always been the one to say, man, they're gonna win against team they supposed to and lose against team they supposed to. And that wasn't hating, that was more being realistic. And I always said from day one, I want to see them be successful. So with the season that they had, how do you feel about
uh, the season overall, from my perspective, is they did they exceeded expectation as far as the win total. Right now, I feel like if you was to ask them, they would say it was a letdown
it?
because they had two games in hand, the Kansas State game that would literally got them into where they wanted to be, right? Which is the college football playoffs. Uh, Realistically, we know in the beginning of the season, everybody says they're gonna be in the college football playoffs. That's how the locker room works, right? That's how your mind is supposed to work like that. At the beginning of the season, everybody's gonna win the Super Bowl. Everybody's gonna be in the college playoffs, excuse me. But if you, like I say, if you ask them, they had two games. The Kansas State for sure, they had that game in the bag and they just let that go. The Kansas game, I think, was more so a letdown. Right? They had been on the win streak. They came off a bye. They had everything. All they had to do was win that game, and they was in the conference championship, hands
Hmm.
down. Right? They didn't need nobody to lose. They didn't need no different scenarios, anything. And I think after that, you could kind of see them spiral. Then we go to the San Antonio thing. Man, I heard so many different stories, bro. Like, I don't know if it's a prime time thing. I'm hoping Coach Prime understands now that yes, it's good to be you, right? It's good to for Coach Prime to be him, but the
Hmm.
players can't be him, right? The players can't go out and do all the things that he's doing. Uh, I like I say, I heard they did a lot of celebration out there in San Antonio. I heard they was at the mall shopping, like, and I ain't talking about baby shopping. They was in Saks Fifth, uh, Louis Vuitton. They was in the stores,
Yo, talking about shopping, man. Big
you
shout
know.
outs to Mike Tomlin. He bought every player on the Steelers team some black forces.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Coach Ryan. Coach Ryan bought everybody Cement 3 Jordans for
Oh
Christmas,
man,
man.
hell yeah,
That
hell
shit was
yeah.
live. But
But you made a comment, man, about and it's crazy about well, probably need to realize like that these players aren't him is not gonna do what he did, right? At that greatness of a level. And that's true, man. You coached, I've coached, and I'm sure you could agree with me. Your first season, or maybe your first few seasons, when you get out there, you knew how you was growing up. You know what I mean?
mm,
So that's what you expect out of these players. And then once you get your first L, you be like, all right, we need a game plan. You know what I mean? Like re-game plan. You know what I mean? So so what do you think about? the rumors of him considering going to the NFL, which is not a rumor. He already
Yeah,
said the only way he'll go if he could coach both his boys. So
man,
what do you think about that? Also with the drafts, yeah, yeah,
he's puppet.
yeah.
He's playing puppet master. That's what that is. He's playing
And
puppet
with the
master,
drafts,
bro.
he mentioned that Hunter and Sanders will not be at the draft. They will be at Colorado at the
Well,
school with all their
now,
fans.
right. So now I will tell you this: Travis Hunter then came out on his podcast and said that he's going to the draft. He personally came out and said, I don't know where that came from, but I'm not gonna be in Colorado. You know. Now, look, man, you know, I've had conversations with people, we haven't had this show, we haven't had the conversation yet about the Travis Hunter scandal with him and his gal and shit like that, right? Everybody's been saying you your best mentor is Prime. You can't get no better than Prime, right? The way that I look at it, bro, we was young. Our parents told us don't mess with this girl. Other people told us don't mess with that girl. The girl ain't good for you. We
Mhm.
still did it, regardless of the fact how many people said to do it. I know it's plenty of young fellas out there that feel us and had the same thing. If
Real
Coach
shit.
Prime, if Coach Prime told him that, I think this is probably where they start to kind of dissipate because, like, the rumor, that's what was being said, right? At first, that's all we heard was Shador, Shiloh, Travis was gonna be in Colorado.
Hmm.
Now all that girl stuff happened. People talking about, well, Prime should be telling you about this, that, and the third. And now all of a sudden, you come out on your podcast like, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, you do. It came out of Prime's mouth. It came out your coach, who you consider a father figure. It came straight out his mouth saying that y'all was gonna be in Colorado.
Yep.
So the response and how he replied, that makes it seem like, okay, it's something missing now. Something, the relate, like, they might still be click tight with the relationship, but the communication part, something might be off.
Yeah.
But on to the coaching part, what you said, the first question, bro, there's only two teams that this gonna happen. And I've said this: if Prime leaves, it's gonna be the Raiders, because the Raiders gonna allow him to do it, or it's gonna be Atlanta. And I don't
Yeah.
think it's gonna be Atlanta now, because Michael Penix looks like he's gonna be a pretty good quarterback. What's good, AD? What's happening, brother?
What's going on, my guy?
Penix looks like he's gonna be a pretty good quarterback, right? Or at least decent enough, we could say, from what we've seen. I don't necessarily think that they would draft Shador. So that leaves the question: where is Prime gonna go? I don't think Prime is a Raider guy. If you ask me, I don't think he's a Vegas guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's where I say I think he stays in college, and I think, like I said, when he's pulling that puppet thing, because you got to remember his contract is coming up for Colorado.
Yeah.
What who it's no point in bidding against a college team. You want to bid against the NFL, because the NFL is the one that got the bag.
Real
So
shit.
hey,
Um.
that's where
Also,
it's at.
also, this, I've heard Dion's mouth himself about having them go to certain teams in the NFL. And he's been getting hate about that, but what a lot of people forget to realize, Manning did the same thing. He refused to suit up for the Chargers and got traded. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Well, I think if he could work his magic into doing that, you know what I mean, where he can get them where they need to be on the right team to where, because we all know, man, no matter how good you are, if you're not with the right team, you know what I mean, your career's gonna go downhill. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Um, Man, let's jump to the actually before we jump to NFL, man. Genty, man, he had an amazing fucking season, amazing season. Do you think he'll be able to keep that up in the NFL?
Uh, I hope so. I'll put it that way. Um, I think he got too many carries in the college this past season. Um,
Yeah, he
a lot
definitely they definitely
they ran they
heavy low.
yeah they started to run him so much to where they forced it for him to try to win that Heisman instead of just letting it come to him. Because I think that the conference championship game he had close to almost 30 something carries or something like that, and it
Hmm.
wasn't needed. It wasn't needed for
Yeah.
that game. They
Mhm.
were gonna beat UNLV. Um, and so now going into the draft, everybody's saying Dallas. Dallas is gonna be the team to pick him. If he goes to Dallas, I would worry about him because they're not in the right mind space as an organization to where they can pick a running back and he's able to continue his college career trajectory, right? Their offensive line is terrible. So um, the best thing for Gentry in his career would be for him to slide and then go to the Ravens or Pittsburgh or somewhere where they got a veteran running back already there, and he can tote the ball here and there, maybe 10 times a game. Because we know Henry not gonna be here probably what maybe 2 more years maybe. Uh,
Yeah.
Harris for Pittsburgh. I know he just signed a contract. I think. I know AD probably know for sure. So he probably won't. Harris won't be there for too much longer. Same thing, maybe 2 more years, and just kind of gradually. But if he automatically starts and he goes to Dallas and he got to be the top dog, and you know how Dallas fans are, it ain't gonna work. It ain't
Yeah.
gonna work. They gonna be wanting him to beat Amy Smith, and yeah, he don't have Amy Smith line.
Yeah, big facts. Man, another thing I wanted to touch on, man, is the man, let's talk about the college playoffs, man. I know we was all excited for them to make it a 12 team playoffs, but with how the first two rounds went with a bunch of blowouts, should we go back down to 8 or should we stay at 12? Because it's different from the NFL and the college, man. That number 1 through 5 seed is on a whole other tier compared to that 7 through 12. You know what I mean? So yeah, because them first two rounds was ugly, but there was so many blowouts. So do you think they should stay to that 12 man or should they jump back down to 8?
Man, my suggestion would be go back to the 8. Um, or well, we never even had the 8. We went straight from 4 to 12.
Yeah, 4 to 12. Yeah.
So yeah, so my suggestion would be go to 8 and try it, next year. Uh, but man, I don't. There's so much more. So much other things that are that's wrong with this whole situation that needs to be fixed first before we can even get the playoff stuff corrected, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody needs to be on the same level playing field, right? So uh this was kind of like the show, before Christmas break and everything. I wanted to touch on this because I know, like we said, we talked about it and exactly like the first or second episode that we talked about this, we end up getting it to where the number 11 seed, Alabama, right, who is 11, they're number 11. You're taking the top 12, right? The number 11 team does not make the college football playoff. Now, granted, Alabama didn't deserve to be in there, but why were they ranked number 11? That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
They should have never been ranked 11. And so now we get a Clemson team who's ranked 16th according to the actual not bracket, but the actual college football tiers. They're 16, but they get into the playoffs and they win their conference championship, but they get the worst seating out of everybody. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just so much other thing, man. Like my, so I put it like this. This is what I think. This is what I would do. First off, we need some kind of commissioner, right? We need somebody. We need like a lead dog, or maybe two or three lead dogs, right?
Hmm.
we need to break the conferences back. If we're gonna have 16 team conferences and 14 team conferences, we need to divide them into divisions. Okay. In those conferences, each conference has to play six conference games, right? So we play 12 games total. So they need to play six conference games. The other six need to be they need to play two teams from another conference. So for instance, let's just talk about Colorado. We brought up Colorado, right? Colorado
Uh,
plays in the Big 12. They will be considered the Big 12 West. So they will play all their teams in the Big 12 West, the four teams they got on their side, and then they'll play two other teams on the East, right? And then they will play two teams from the Big 10. So depending on their seeding, right? So they finished the year at 25. Okay, so they'll play Indiana this year, and then they'll play a team that's seeded lower than them, like say like I don't know, Illinois or something like that, right? So then they'll play two teams from the ACC that's seeded somewhat similar to them, and then we don't. Each conference definitely does that, and that way now, when once week 8 comes out, and now we're able to make an actual bracket or a list or whatever you want to do, numbers, whatever they want to call it, right? Once you come out with that list or that tier, now we know, okay, this team is actually better than this team. This team is actually okay. Now we can actually see Colorado where they're supposed to, because if Colorado goes to Indiana and get blown the fuck out, but then they come down, then they play Illinois, who was seeded lower than them, and then barely beat them, but then they go to let's say the SEC and they play South Carolina and get blown out. But South Carolina then lost to every SEC team. We're not gonna put Colorado in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? Just because they only lost 2 games.
yeah.
Now you gonna
AD,
get dropped
AD
down.
said AD said definitely need a commissioner.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
Okay.
We need a commissioner, and then we need somebody that can control this fucking NIL shit.
Yeah, because that's out of control. That's a whole other topic for another day. Um, Let me move this out the way. Let's see what we got here.
Uh-oh.
Morgan Freeman is the first black head coach to coach a national championship. Man, at the FBC as level. What do you what's your thoughts, man?
Man, bro, this it's a proud moment for not, like he said, man, it's not just a black man thing. It's for everybody, right? Culturally,
Uh-huh.
Asians, Mexicans, everybody, bro. Everybody. Um, this is a big thing. This particular to people that's college football fans at our age, this is an even bigger thing because this black head coach coaches a team that was predominantly white. Like
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
Notre Dame,
big shout out to Rudy.
right? Notre Dame has always been considered a school where you have your one or two like superstar black athletes, but most of the team has always been white, especially when we was growing up. And
Yeah.
so this is, to me, this is a big deal, man, to have him leading the charge going into that game. I'm actually gonna be rooting for him, even though I've been picking Ohio State to win it since the playoff bracket came out. Uh, but yeah, I'm extremely excited about that, man. I'm happy to see it. I wish it was Coach Prime instead of Freeman, you know, but
Well,
I'll take it. I'll take it.
man, I think it's dope, but sad at the same time because it's 2025, man. You know what I mean?
Facts,
It's,
facts.
it's, it's 2025, so I'm just gonna keep it on it, man. Like I said, it's dope. Congratulations, but it's sad as fuck at the same time, man. Um,
Right.
but what's so dope about, like you said, the school he's doing it at. You know what I mean? Everything you just said, I agree with. You know what I mean? So, big shout outs to Coach Freeman. You know what I mean? And nothing but success. I definitely got them winning winning the national championship. In saying that,
A hundred and something years, bro, and we never had a black head coach win a national championship. Is crazy.
yeah, we got Ohio State and Notre Dame in the national championship. And you said you got Ohio State winning this?
Yeah, I got Ohio State, man. I just think their quarterback play is better. The defense, I think their defense is going to stack up better to Ohio State than UT's did. And
Yeah,
UT played a hell of a game yesterday. But with saying that, man, Notre Dame is not going to be able to stop that kid number 4, man. That that boy there is something special, bro. Like I thought Marvin Harrison Jr. was a sight to see. But this kid here, bro, he's like Julio Jones and Megatron as a freshman.
yeah.
Like that kid is gonna be special, man. As long as he can stay away from getting any major knee injuries or feet injuries, man. That kid is gonna be legit.
I definitely agree. I had Ohio State. You know what I mean? Once the playoffs started, I mean not Ohio State. I had Notre Dame, so I'm gonna stick with Notre Dame for the W. It's definitely gonna be a battle for their defense. Um, just their game against Texas um was something. I mean not Texas, Penn State. You know what I mean? They definitely with that field goal at the end and shit. But it's definitely gonna be an uphill battle. But let's go Irish. Shit, Rudy, good.
Man, you know what's crazy though, bro? When the last I want to say, was it Thanksgiving when we talked about them losing to Michigan? We was out on Ohio State, and
Yep.
how fast did times change when they were able to make the playoffs? Man, they look good.
And it's crazy because we even said like Michigan. If Michigan beats Ohio State, they good. You know what I mean? They're gonna have a good season. And look what happened.
Yep. Yeah,
So
we've been
yeah,
saying that since the beginning. Since the beginning, we said that Ohio State that they have to win the national championship and beat Michigan. That was
yep,
not we we said that since the beginning.
well, real
So
shit, real shit. Um, that was our last topic, but we do have our NFL games of the week, wild card weekend matchups. Man, today at we had the Chargers at the Texans. Who you got?
ooh man. So shout out to AD. He had me on this past week on the H Town Rundown. Y'all go check that boy out, man.
Yes, sir.
Um look, like I said, man, to me, this is a bad matchup for us, just based off of Justin Herbert being able to move around the pocket, and then the fact that Bobby Slowick has not shown the ability to pick up blitzes and get out of these condensed formations. With
Yeah,
that being said, I still believe that we are better and we have the home field advantage. I feel that we have the capability of taking over the game and taking a lead, and that Chargers cannot play from behind.
no,
So that's why I said this. To me, I think I predicted 24-17 on his show, and I'm gonna stay 24-17. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be a nail biter. I think we're gonna score enough points to where we're gonna be able to hold them off in the second half, and keep their offense off the field. That's gonna be a must. That's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna
yeah.
have to keep them off the field.
I totally agree. I want to see the Texans win this one. And honestly, they have a chance, but I think the only way they're gonna win it is if we seen the Texans from earlier this season. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? When they were firing on all cylinders. You know what I mean? On offense and defense. So we could see the early Texans. Then man, Texans got this. You know what I mean? I honestly believe this is a great matchup for them. You know what I mean? Compared to every other team out there in the AFC, the wild card. I mean, this is a great matchup for them against the Chargers. So if they can come out firing on all cylinders, not make no stupid mistakes where they beat themselves, yeah, I don't see why they don't win by 2 touchdowns.
Oh yeah, and I want to bring up this point too, man. I had mentioned this on Twitter. Everybody and their mama has been saying the Rams. How will the Rams adjust to the wildfires? Shout out to LA, praying for y'all, everybody out there that's dealing with the fires and stuff. But everybody and their mama picking the Chargers to beat us, and they
Uh-huh.
don't mention anything about the fires. But they every time somebody says, "Oh, I'm gonna pick Minnesota to beat the Rams," oh, you just saying that because they got the fire over there. Well, why y'all can't say that about the Chargers? What's so different? The Chargers player live in LA. Why won't they be worried about their families out here? They gonna be
Yeah.
still doing the same thing. So what's the difference? So I don't get that. I don't understand why everybody has this. It's like a built-in excuse for the Rams. If they lose, oh, it was because of the fires and nobody was gonna be able to think about their families. But if the Chargers lose, there's no like where's the excuse at for them? So
Yeah.
I wanted to point that out because everybody and their mama. I haven't anybody that's on these national TV shows and all that, I have not seen any person yet pick the Texans to win this game.
No, let me find out them Chargers again, the pity picks.
Yeah,
Man, it's saying that tonight, man, we have the Steelers and the Ravens. Man, this should be a dogfight. What do you think?
yeah. I said it. I'm gonna say this too again. Playoff football is different than regular season football.
Mm-hmm.
These two teams, every time they play, going back to 2000s, this is a hard hitting game, and it only gets worse when they play each other in the playoffs. This is gonna be, I think, I predicted 16, 17. Uh, I know a lot of people. Jordan, I know Coach Bird is probably watching. Shout out to Bird. My dog, I gotta tell you, man, I think the Steelers gonna beat you. I think the Steelers gonna take this one, uh, because the Ravens been struggling playing against Pittsburgh. I think Lamar, that was his first time winning in like 5 or 6 tries against Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. So,
Yeah.
man, I think Pittsburgh is they're gonna pull this one out, man. 17-16 Pittsburgh.
You know what? I'm on the same boat, man. I got Pittsburgh still in this, like you said, it's a whole nother playoffs is a whole different season. You know what I mean? Whole nother level. Um, so I think in order for the Ravens to win, man, like the same thing with the Texans, man, they need number one, man, fucking Tucker. Tucker needs to get his shit together. Let's start with that. I don't know if he's just at the point in his career where it's just he done. You know what I mean? Like he old and shit. But Tucker, I've been using you on fucking fantasy for 10 years. You know what? You know what time it is? I gotta take my glasses off for this one. Listen here, you little bitch. Listen here, Tucker. For 10 fucking years, I've been using you on fucking fantasy football, and I've been rocking with you, number one kicker for 10 fucking years. And this year, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened, Tucker? I play in a bonus league where we get extra points for kickers. Nigga, you can't even give me 5 points. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
He single handedly cost you that conference championship game.
Man, nah, that was what you call it getting hurt. Hurts getting hurt.
Oh, Hurts got
Yeah.
hurt. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause I lost by 9 points, and by the time when he got injured, he had 5 points in the first quarter. So I definitely would have won. But yeah, so yeah, back to it. My bad. I had a little moment, guys. Hurts. You know what I mean?
Put your glasses back on.
You know what I mean? But nah, with the Ravens, man, oh man, this is a hard one, bro. This is a hard one because if
It
if it's
is.
if it's one of them gritty gritty, smash mouth, close games, man, that's Pittsburgh game all day. You know what I mean? That's what they play. But man, you got Henry in that backfield. Man, you got Lamar. Man, if Henry and Lamar come with it, bro, this is the Ravens game all day. It could turn into a blowout.
It could. It could. And then this the thing too. It's supposed to be cold and rainy. It's supposed to
Yep.
be extremely cold and rainy. So we're gonna see, man.
So but it's saying that I'm gonna take the Steelers. And then what other games we got? And then Sunday, man, Sunday we have the Broncos and the Bills. I'm just gonna get mine out the
Man,
way. The Bills. I got the Bills. There's no reason to elaborate on that.
man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I got the Broncos.
You got the
I got the
Broncos. I
Broncos.
ain't gonna lie,
Yeah,
man. Bo Nick's been looking good.
yeah, yeah. And they've been playing good ball, and they're hot. They're hot right now. Um, Now I have my own, intuition on this, and I have my own feelings for this. It's a reason why I'm picking these games like that because I feel like the Texans can go on this magical run. Um, and for the people that don't know, if these two things happen, the Texans will have a division championship game, and we will be playing the Steelers at home in the divisional round instead of having to go to Baltimore or to Kansas City or to Buffalo for that fact. So that's why I'm kind of picking that way, but at the same time, I'm picking that way because these two teams, these road teams, really can beat these teams at home. Josh Allen doesn't play the same when he's in the playoffs like he does at home when he's in the regular season.
Yeah,
Um, and the one thing that hurts Buffalo is they don't have a go-to receiver. He doesn't have that go-to receiver, and Patrick Surtain can lock down a half of the field, and that's pretty much what you need to get Josh Allen. You gotta get at him early as far as sacking and putting pressure on him. You can't let him leave out of the pocket and make plays. And then once you do all that, you stick to your receiver, you stick to your man, it's a wrap. He's gonna make some inaccurate throws. He's gonna force some passes. Once the pressure starts to get on him, he started making those tricky throws, and then that's when you can get him. And Denver has a defense to get him. And then I think Sean Payton is a better quarterback. I mean, a better play caller than Sean McDermott. So I think the experience of Sean Payton will help in that fact as well too. So that's why I
yeah.
got the Broncos.
Man, you can't count Josh Allen out, man. Bo Nick's been having a hell of a season, especially like you say, they are hot these past few weeks. Man, it's Josh Allen and the boys, man.
Oh yeah,
I got the Bills by 17, bro. I,
see,
I,
I
I
don't think
really,
it's.
I really,
I don't think this is gonna be a high scoring game, bro. Because they talking about some like close to 20-mile-per-hour winds and snow, heavy snow. I don't
yeah,
know, bro. I don't know. We'll see.
man.
That weather changes every hour, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's true, man. This is. I think this is this should be like the game of the week right here, man. Commanders and Buccaneers. Man, what this is gonna be an exciting fucking game right here. It can go either way. Um, we got the potential rookie of the year. Man, you know what? The Buccaneers, bro.
Mm,
The Buccaneers. Man, and
you
my
going
decision might change by game time.
you going with Baker, huh?
Yeah, man, that boy Baker, man, he a slinger.
Oh man, nah, I gotta go with Jalen Daniels, man. I think him running and his ability to run is gonna be the difference in that game. That Now I will say this though, the Commanders do not have a good defense. Jesus, they secondary. Mike Evans might mess around and have a playoff record against a
Uh
secondary.
huh. Yep.
So. Uh, that's gonna be the issue right there. But I got the Commanders.
Okay, okay. Man, we also have tomorrow night. We have well tomorrow afternoon the Packers and the Eagles.
Uh, so prior earlier this week, I was saying Packers. I was thinking the Packers was gonna win because I didn't know about Jalen Hurts concussion status, but they say he's gonna play. And then now they're saying Jordan Love is dealing with an elbow and hand situation on his throwing arm. So that's gonna be a big thing to watch. And he lost his number one receiver in Christian Watson. So uh, I'm going Philadelphia, man. I think Philadelphia is gonna run the ball with Saquon, and they're gonna push their way to the division round.
Real shit, man. I was just about to say that, man. I got the Eagles winning this all day, every day. Saquon is about to come out running, pissed the fuck off. Because I don't care what no one says, man. Man, they keep talking about that record and him being stat and shit. Man, he said it's cool. Yeah, he even said his dad took it harder, man. But you can see a disappointment in that man's face. He wanted to play. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And this is why I tell people sometimes, man, stop being so humble, man. You know what I mean? Because if when he played the Giants early in the league, he had a chance to get back in that game, and he wanted the young guys to eat, and I respect it. But if you would have been a little selfish, and that's not sometimes it's not bad. It's not bad to be selfish sometimes. But if you would have went back in that game, coming into the last game of the season, you only would have needed 50, 60 yards, and they would have played.
Uh,
You know what I mean? But he's coming out with some bad intentions. I got Saquon rushing for 150 plus against the Packers, and the Packers secondary is fucking trash.
yeah.
So yeah, I got the Eagles all day, every day, man. For real. This is gonna be that's yeah.
I think the Packers, Jair Alexander's hurt. I think one of their safeties are hurt. What up, Bobby?
Yo, we got the lyrical genius Bobby Bless in the house. Man, catch Bobby Bless live tonight in San Marcos, Texas for the first annual Artist Networking event brought to you by Reckless Talk Management and Promotions, Modern Day Hemp Company, and Street Supply. Also, catch the interview I did with Bobby Bless 2 days ago. It is on our YouTube channel and my Facebook. But yeah, bro, yeah, that's gonna be Saquon about the what? It's about to be a crazy game.
Oh
Shit.
yeah,
And Hurts is back, correct?
yeah. Jalen Hurts is back.
So yeah, it's yeah.
So it's gonna be a good. I think this week is gonna be a really good playoff series, man. We had this is probably I think this is the first time ever we've had it is the first time we've had 5 days. I believe it's 5 days or is it 6 days? Well, yeah. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. Yeah. So 5 days of
Uh-huh.
playoff football, man. We
Yeah,
had,
it was dope.
the two college games, both of them was good, on the contrary of, the beginning of the college football playoffs, but those two games was really good. And then you come to this week and, with the NFL, and we got some really good games, man. We got the rivalries back with the Ravens Steelers. We got a futures matchup with CJ and Justin Herbert. Uh, we got the Packers again, an old school team that we always know that's always in the playoffs. Packers.
Uh-huh.
We got Eagles. We got the story of the Saquon Barkley. Uh, and you know what, man? To go back to the Saquon Barkley thing, you know what's crazy, bro? A few years ago, everybody would have praised Saquon for doing what he did. They'd have been
Yeah.
like, "Man, you're a team first dude, man. We love it. Like that's what you're supposed to do. That's what the NFL is about." And he takes that approach, and now all of a sudden he getting backlash for it. I don't
Yeah.
get it. They talking about, "Oh, man, you wouldn't." I think I heard somebody on the radio say something about, "Oh man, he missing out on State Farm opportunities." Bro,
State Farm
you
opportunity.
really think this dude is gonna miss out on State Farm opportunity because he didn't get 100 extra yards, bro? Like that,
Yeah.
it just sometimes, bro. Some people that I think just say stuff so they can get a reaction off of people, and it's mind boggling, bro. I don't be I don't be understanding that shit, but uh, yeah, man, I can't wait to watch these games, man. It's gonna be a good weekend.
Facts. Yo, and then to end it off a wild card weekend, Monday night we had the Vikings and the Rams. What you think about this one?
Man, I got the Vikings, man. I think Sam Darnold is gonna play. He's gonna outplay Matthew Stafford, and I think Brian Flores has a chip on his shoulder. I think
Yeah,
the fact that I know a lot of people. I mean, I'm not trying to be a race baiter or none of that shit, but bro, the fact of the matter is, New England came out there and interviewed two black coaches just to get that Rooney Rule out of the way.
yeah.
Though Pep Hamilton and the other guy that they interviewed, Brian Leftwich, they wasn't getting that job, bro. They wasn't gonna get that job, and that was Brian Flores' whole issue. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all interviewing us on the basis of a criteria, right?
Yeah.
Trying to meet a standard, but you're really not trying to get to know me for real. You're not trying to get to know me as the man to lead this team to win Super Bowls. And so,
Real quick. For those of you that don't know what the Rooney Rule is, so basically what that is every NFL team when it comes to hiring, they must interview two black coaches or
coaches,
two coaches of a minority. You know what I mean?
minority,
So that's what Jimmy's basically saying. With them, they basically just interview them just because they have to. You know what I
they
mean?
have to,
And that's
right? To meet a quota, basically. It's like okay, because we're a sports show. We don't necessarily have females on here. Hey, we got to meet a quota, so we got to put a female on here. So let's hire a
yeah.
female to do the show with us every weekend. Like it, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It don't work like that. Like we don't have chemistry with that person. We don't really know that it don't work like that. And so like it just with that being said, man, Brian Flores, I think he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder to prove that he still has the ability to coach a damn good defense. I think he's gonna be able to put pressure on Matthew Stafford. Uh, the Lions receivers, I think, even though Cooper Cup and Nakua have been playing well, I think they're still dealing with lingering injuries. And the way that Minnesota plays defense, they physical, fast, and aggressive. Man, I really think that's gonna be the difference, and Minnesota's gonna pull that one off.
Yeah.
And
Um,
then the other fact of the matter is too is that the Rams haven't practiced the past couple of days because of the fire. So you know,
I think I think the Vikings are gonna take this one, but man, the Vikings, I don't know, man. They even the past few seasons, man. The Vikings, I don't think they're as good as their record.
nah,
You know what I
they
mean?
not.
I don't think they're as good as their record. I definitely got them getting out the wild card. They'll take Miami with ease, but depending who they match up with, next week, man,
Yeah,
it's a week by week basis. But I'll definitely take the Vikings.
and
This
the crazy part about it is, bro, we've been saying we don't trust Jared Goff, and it and they'll probably play Jared Goff next week, and
next
Jared
week.
Goff,
And I'm gonna say the
yeah,
same thing. I'm gonna say the same thing next week. I don't trust Jared Goff, even though they fucking the best team in the league right now. I don't trust him.
and
I
the
don't.
Lions will end up blowing them out.
Facts, big facts. But shit, before we end this, you got anything else you want to add?
Nah, man, congratulations on number two, brother. Shit, that's the big thing, man. We still
Appreciate it,
growing.
man.
Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I do want to say this because I did this question. I heard people asking about us going back out to the Houston Energy. We are going. Uh, they're still in tryouts. So if you
Talking about
do,
tryouts.
and
Talking about tryouts. There's tryouts tomorrow.
right.
Tryouts
So if
tomorrow.
there's anybody that wants to try out, you can hit me up. You can hit Jay up. Message us, share this information. We can get you to Coach Wiggins or Coach Bird so that you can go out there and try out. They have been working out. We've seen the videos. They're getting ready. They're mentally ready to go run for a Super Bowl. Coach Wiggins has big things on his mind. Um, I think I seen something else too. We have another women's team in Houston. Uh, I don't know if we gonna be playing them or not, but if we do,
Um.
hopefully that could create some good rivalry for us.
So you
To
know what? Hold on. I'm
we can
glad you
kind of
mentioned.
smash heads.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Hold on, real quick. So there is trials tomorrow, man. We are calling for all women athletes, man. But when I say all, I don't mean all. You gotta have that dog in you. You gotta have that fight in you. You gotta have that grit in you. Like it's literally Houston Energy versus everybody.
Everybody,
You know what I mean? This is a
everybody.
championship winning team. You come into a championship culture. You know what I mean? It's pride. I can chill talk about this team, man. Me and Jimmy are proud, and we are hyped to be with the Houston Energy for the second season in a row. We cover media. We live stream all the games. We travel the
Games,
country
yep.
with them, home games, away games. You know, we are home announcers and shit. We be fucking names up and shit. It's dope as fuck. It's super dope. But yo, even if y'all just interested in coming seeing the Energy play, man, they play at Clearbrook High School. The season starts in March, if I'm not mistaken. Man, these women are dope, man. So y'all come on now. And when we say professional football, women's football, no, it's not lingerie. Let me take the glasses off.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's,
not.
it's not. It's not lingerie. And I hate when people think that this team been around for 20 plus years. This league been around for 20 plus years. And when people hear women's football, they think of lingerie league. Nah, these women is suited and booted from head to toe. You know what I mean? The only thing different between them and the NFL, it's not called the NFL. I don't know what happened to Jimmy. It ain't called the NFL. But man, yo, big shout out to Energy, man. We coming back next season. It's gonna be dope as fuck. Big shout out to Coach Wiggins. Big shout out to Coach Bird. I don't know what the hell happened to Jimmy, but we out of here. Yo, catch us tonight. We in San Marcos. I'm literally about to get off of here and then get ready to head to San Marcos. Yo, we have our first annual indie artist event going down. You know what I mean? So you make sure y'all pull on up. Man, Modern Day Hemp Company is going down. It's gonna be dope. We got 20 plus artists coming from different cities, different cities in Texas. So man, everybody pull on up. Big shout out to Modern Day Hemp Company for letting us use their venue. Big shout out for Street Supplies, my guy Tony. You know what I mean, for partnering. You know what I mean, making this happen with me and shit. You know what I mean, it's going down. Big shout out to all the artists that's pulling up. You know what I mean, first and foremost. You know what I mean? Because without y'all, it wouldn't be possible. Also, I had a show last night. I actually erased the flyer. I don't have to upload it no more. But we be up. Actually, you know what? Y'all see this? Reckless Talk, Iron Horse Rock Bar. Man, all booking these concerts, parties, whatever. Or y'all just want to come and hang out, man, come and book with us at Iron Horse Rock Bar. Up, wrong button. There we go. Man, big shout out to Iron Horse Rock Bar, man. Those are actually my new sponsors for my Reckless Talk podcast. So big shout out to them. Yeah, we in San Marcos. Y'all pull on up. We also got Delicious by Design catering. You know what I mean? Got that good old barbecue. So it's going down. Yo, this your boy Reckless. My guy Coop. This is Reckless Talk Sports. Catch us next Sunday or next Saturday for NFL/ college football talk. Big shout out to our sponsors, Otto's Root Beer, the greatest root beer on earth, brewed in Huntsville, Texas by Brew Nation. Old school family recipe from the 1950s. Always support local. And of course, we got J-Rock Distribution at LLC. Without you guys, we couldn't get our Otto's Root Beer, so we truly appreciate you guys. And Smash Wagon, greatest burgers on earth, located in Beaumont, Texas. Just voted best burger in Southeast Texas. It's saying that
Smash
Smash Wagon.
wagon.
It's saying that once
Yeah.
again, this your boy Reckless. That's my guy Coop. Y'all have a great weekend. Yo, I will be back Monday morning on Reckless Talk Podcast for the early morning mix. Catch Reckless Talk Sports next Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time.